Okay, so they've had an update to this game, and it does include a new location, or a new map, I should say. So we're gonna build basically all of our industries. So I think that's gonna be fun. So I've already placed the sawmill and the logging camp. So we're gonna hook up some of this track, and then I'm gonna place the rest of the industries, and then we'll probably hook up to them. Not in this episode, or not even the next episode, but you know, let's see, maybe the next episode after last. That's kind of how it goes. But we might even get some of the trains to be, going to run. But we do have at least sawmill and all that stuff placed. At least got that far. So I think I'm gonna place, all the industries, and then we'll build to the industries, and then we'll see what goes from there. But I do like building in this new map. It's kind of, gives you new, interesting challenges sometimes. Like sometimes, you might be just a rogue tree that just wants to grow up in the middle of your railroad, stuff like that. So it's kind of fun. So I guess the only thing I got left to do is figure out, what I'm going to do with that, because there's, a bunch of industries that I do indeed need to place. I haven't gotten to that point yet, to like where I feel like I can place those. So I figured I'd place at least the sawmill and the logging camp, get those two at least figured out. I might put the smelter kind of close to the logging camp, because it always needs cordwood. So I might try to see if we can, put those two kind of close together. So that's gonna be, fun. And then I'll have to build some type of storage, where I can store the cars and stuff like that. But that would be like the last thing that we end up building in this game. So to start off, we're gonna get the trees off the track where we've already placed, and then we'll see what happens from there. So it looks like we're gonna have to cut a lot of these trees out of here, that's for sure. So I think every time I have to cut trees, it'll be after we place the track. Just because then it's a little bit easier to figure out, what trees I gotta cut down and all that. But other than that, like, we're gonna, pretty much stay with the same thing of, I feel bad for cutting that tree, but, at the same time, like, it's in the way of the railroad. You kinda can't, you can feel bad for cutting them down, yes, but, there's not really, like, a better way to build it. So we're just gonna cut the ones back that are, like, really, really close to the railroad. That's kind of like what my plan is, at least for now. And wherever we decide to place the rest of the industries, then I'll have to figure out what we gotta do for that too. But I'm thinking I'm gonna place all the industries, and then we might start hooking up to them. Not in, maybe not this episode, maybe not even the next episode, but we're going to eventually do all the connections. But I think when I make any sort of changes to the railroad, I'll record all that as well. So I mean, this is a brand new map, so like I say, it takes me a while to figure out where I want to put stuff. So it's for the first smelter, I think I am gonna place it close though, just because, like, it's gonna be the first one, so it doesn't really, at least in my opinion, it doesn't matter how close the first one is. Of course, the second and third one I could place, further out, but it's just that first one, where you can kind of get the industry starting to roll. I'm gonna always going to place those really, really close. You know what I mean? So and it's only just because it takes so much dang core wood. You know, if they like rework that to like where, you know, maybe it actually uses a little bit more efficiency or something. Like, I don't know what the issue exactly is, but it takes a bunch. And I do mean a bunch. I have no idea, you know, how much it is actually. Like, I know that with 3 cars on the, you know, the one map that you can actually build and everything's already placed for you. I guess the first map, I guess. In this map, I get to place them wherever I want, so I'm just gonna place that I want close just because it takes so much dang core wood. The raw iron and stuff I'll place further away, but it's just the core wood that I don't really like, you know, having to do just for that, you know? And it's just not fun sometimes. Because it's like, you always just need this, the product, to that product, you know? And I understand that. The raw iron is not hard to get, it's just always the core wood. That's it's like it's always out of it. You know? So I don't know when we're gonna get to that stuff, but I just know that I kind of made it easier for myself. And I'll probably buy like a Betsy or a Shay or something. So hopefully that we can get that type of stuff figured out. So, we get to turn this, and then pretty much R will turn when we get out pretty far. Just trying to build them in long, you know, sections, so that way I have enough room. So like, say if I put the smelter like in the desert side, or not the smelter, but the like ironworks and all that over in the desert, I want to leave myself some room that I can put some switches in to get to it. So, I guess I might as well, you know, think ahead a little bit. I don't know where I'm gonna place all this stuff, so it's just gonna be a lot of building, so that's all. But you know, it's kind of fun to just sit here and just build this for now, because when we start getting all the other industries, then I gotta start hooking up a lot of track, and that's not gonna be fun. So I know the next, you know, probably a couple episodes will be just us, you know, repairing track, but it's just, that's just the way it is right now, and that's, you know, there's not much I can do about that. So I don't know. Well, I guess we'll figure that out when we get there, you know, like to how far I want to run this track out, but we'll figure that out here in a little bit. Alright, so that should have been about where we needed that. I just don't know. There we go, kind of. I don't know which one I want to build to. Guess it really ain't gonna matter. Yeah, we're just gonna have to remove all that now. All the extra ones. Yeah, we should be okay if we go right to here. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't want to, like, go in there for some reason and link up, but sometimes it does. We're gonna see if we can go this way to, like, the switch or whatever, and then just see. But I've done testing, like, where you have to sometimes build from the switch first to that next, like, you know, the inside of the next switch, you know. I've never understood that, though. Like, why is it that I can build from one switch to the next switch, but in order to do that, I gotta do a lot of extra steps sometimes, it seems like. But yeah, we should be able to build at least up to where the rail is on this. I would assume, anyway, but who knows? It's just a long run is all. And I don't know if it'll let me do this long of a spline, but we're gonna try. Let me tell you, it's a long one that I got right now. And I think I just gotta go to that clearing right there in the tree maybe. Or did I not, place one down here? I don't remember. So, yep. Well, all I see is dirt. So, that's all I can see. All I see is dirt. And there's the track, but it won't. Oh, it won't link. Are you kidding me? Not even if I turn? I don't get it. I don't get why it doesn't. It should. Which means I gotta run this whole way back, pretty much. Because it doesn't want to do the linking right here. Like I've tried to walk, backwards and forwards. With it all the way out there and nothing. It doesn't want to link for whatever reason. Okay. But if I were to build from this piece of track down into that piece, it'll be fine. And it will link. I don't understand that. That's just weird. Like, I don't understand why it does that sometimes. It's not all the time, but like it's sometimes like that happens and I don't understand why. I don't understand if it's just like an issue or if it's just, getting stuck or what. I don't know. But it won't do that. But if I build from that piece of track all the way to here, it'll probably link. I don't know, I've been experiencing that ever since I've been building in this part, just a little bit that I've built. I can, confidently say that there's somewhat of an issue. Because it won't link. But if I go from the switch to a track, I can do that. But if I go from, the track to the switch, sometimes that doesn't work neither. And it's just, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe it's an issue on my part. I don't know. But watch this. If I go right here, and I go right to there. Okay. Now we'll just try to link it. No, doesn't even want to let me link it there. And I don't even know why. So I guess there might be an issue, or is it that, I'm hitting a hill or something somewhere that it's just not allowing me to hit it, link it right in. Maybe? I don't know. So we'll put one right here, maybe. Just so that we're away from, the hillside, maybe. Maybe that's the issue. First I gotta rotate it. But I'm gonna get it kind of pointed vaguely in the direction I want to go though. So that way, it's a little bit easier. And we'll put it right there and see, Maybe that way it's just, too hilly and it doesn't like it. I don't know. And we're gonna try to link this back to the track and see if that works. Come on. I just saw you wanting to link just a minute ago. There we go. Of course, we gotta get the alignment that I want, and then we'll move forward. And the reason I set it wide, even though we only got a Betsy, is just because, future-proofing. I'm gonna have bigger trains that run through here. I might as well go ahead and, prepare a little bit for the future. While at the same time making it to where the Betsy will still work. Something like that. Because I think I am gonna maybe get a Betsy. But, that would be what I do. Just because I don't know if I can, get this all linked up anyway, but I might as well use something like a Betsy for testing if I can get one. So that would be like what I use for testing purposes, because I know the top speed on that one pretty well. So it'd be alright. We'll just... Oh, we can do it that way now. And I don't understand why. I just don't understand, like, it wouldn't link any other time, but it linked that time. That whole thing, man. Why? Why? This makes no sense. So I guess we'll just have to see if that works or not. Hopefully it does. So, we pretty much got, 99% of the rail pretty much in place. At least the starting rail. I mean, of course we're gonna need, more rail as we, build, but I think we're about 90% there. Because we're not too far away from the logging camp, and then I might even, see if we can get some telegraph poles down too. Just here and there. But I think I wanna, at least save the game real quick, just in case, I do something stupid. I mean, it could happen, I could accidentally, just, not save when I exit or something like that, so. I think that's, gonna be what we do, is I'll just save it now. And then, I won't have to worry about it, So that's kind of what my plan is right now. So that everything is good to go, just in case. And, then everything's all good to go, That's the only reason that I'm saving it right now. Just because I'm like, if I accidentally delete something. So, I kind of don't want to do that. Because I like where everything is placed right now. So I thought I'd go ahead, get it saved. And that way, I can continue building. But I don't have to worry about that, everything that I did up till that point, is going to be gone, So that's kind of why I'm deciding to just save it right now. And then we'll continue building. But I just thought that I would go ahead, save it, and get that done. We can go back now. Oh, there went the mouse. Oop, there it comes. It's coming back. Accidentally unplugged it. It's okay. Yeah, we'll continue, I guess. I just, I thought I'd go ahead and do that at least. So yeah, it does look like we got majority of where I need to be. So we just gotta figure out what else I gotta go once we get this placed, So I'm just kind of placing it section by section. And I figured that's kind of a little bit easier for me to do. And even if I do it in long sections, I'm not really, worried. Like, let's say, we gotta put a switch in somewhere on the track that I've already laid. Well, I'm not, really worried about that. So, I think that's honestly the best way to do it. Is just, lay it in long sections, then you can see where you can place your switch. It's kind of a bit easier for me to figure out where I want to place it, So that's the reason I'm kind of doing like long sections of track is, again, I don't know where everything is going to be placed yet, so I'm just, figuring I do long, sections of track, then that way I can go, okay, I can move that section and then, splice in a switch and then be done, That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. And I know it's going to be a pain in the butt to place all the industries, but I'm going to place them. Maybe not on camera because I still got to scout out places to place stuff. But, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know if that's how you know, the best way to work on that would be. But, you know, if I can just remove one section of track and then just relay that section of track, you know, where it comes into the switch and then relay everything coming off to that switch, then I'd be okay with that. So, I know it sounds weird, but, you know, that sounds like it will work too. So, you know, it's just an idea that I've been, you know, kicking around in my head, you know, is if all I gotta do is replace one section of track, you know, would that make it easier? And yes, it would make it easier. So, that's just what I'm gonna go with, you know? So, we're gonna have to see how everything places out, but I think we might be alright. Is that going to link or not? I don't know what it's doing. It's not showing a link. Am I connecting to the wrong one or something? Did I accidentally place another one? I probably did. Who knows? Get this to 160, and then we'll see if I placed another crossover piece somewhere. I'm just using those crossover pieces because they're kind of a little bit easier to line up than the 90s. So, that's the only reason I'm using those while we're building this track, so. You know, whatever works, you know. I just kind of like using that method because then I know it's, you know, in a good spot. So, yeah, it's either gonna link to this, we'll link now. Huh. See what I mean by sometimes it won't link? I don't understand it. You know, what causes any of that, so. Somebody probably does, but I don't. I have no idea why it does it, but it does it, like, 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to link to it. So, hopefully, we can fix that. And I say hopefully, but, you know, I don't know, you know, if that's like a bug or an issue or what. I have no idea. So, we'll figure it out, though. Okay, so it looks like it got placed pretty good. I don't see any, I mean, the track looks like it goes away, but it's not. I mean, the track's still above the groundwork in this case. So, I mean, I'm gonna try to delete it and then replace it, but, like, I'll go up a grade to see if that helps, but I don't think it will, because I think it's gonna do the same thing again. But we'll place another grade and see if that works. I highly doubt it will, but kind of looks like it might do the same thing. But we'll get the alignment right, we'll link it right back up to that piece and see what happens, I guess. You know, it's either gonna work or not, I guess. Doesn't really matter, it's just, I hope that, you know, everything doesn't break when I place this piece. You know, this will be like a tight corner, you know, otherwise. Okay. No, I don't want to, okay. I forgot which one I was looking to. That's okay. That's on me. It looks like it still did that, but it's a little bit above ground now, so I don't know. It's still above ground, so I guess we're okay with it, I guess. I can't get it to stay above the ground, but it doesn't look like the rail's like in the ground, so I'm gonna say we're good with that then. I mean, I could try to go like replace it and put like a half a grade in it, or a half, you know, or was it a 0.5% incline increase, and see if that helps. If not, then we go up, you know, to a, you know, 1% or whatever it is. It's not really gonna be much. It's not gonna be noticeable or anything. So we'll get that realigned. Right. And if I have to, I'll place this first piece, you know, in circle mode. I don't really care, but sometimes you just have to use circle mode, and this just happens to be one of those times. I was trying to not use circle mode, I know probably in the next episode we'll still be, you know, building track, but, you know, we're getting there. I just don't like using circle mode all the time because I can't get sometimes the curve to do what I want it to do, you know? I don't want to have like a wonky, you know, curve that you derail on every time. So, you know, that's the only reason I didn't do that. And we're just gonna have to circle mode it, which means I'm probably gonna have to put a half a grade, 2% up here, just so I can see the track, I guess. I don't know. 2%, I guess? Okay. Because of how wide I went, it's like gonna be a 2%. It's fine with me. As long as it has like a slight curve to it right here. Okay, we can use that right there, huh? See how it's now above the ground? Like, yeah, I don't get it. Sometimes when you freehand stuff, it just doesn't take that into account, I guess? I have no idea. Like, I thought that it always did, but maybe it didn't. You know, or that was the wrong piece. But either way, it's not gonna matter too much right now. So, we'll have to see, you know. Could mean that I gotta replay a bunch of track. Man. Could be a bunch of track that's gonna have to be relayed. I really don't want to do it, but I don't know which one of these to hook to. I really don't. So, I'm just gonna pick one, I guess. Can't see anything through the dirt. There's too much dirt. Okay, if it links to that one, then I can go to that one. I don't really care. I will see you all next time.